Yo, what is up, guys? Ubuskin here. Welcome back to the Seattle Sports Weekly Update. I'm sorry this is a day late, but I had things to do on this Sunday. I will also be uploading next week's Seattle Sports Weekly Update on a Monday as well, due to me being out of town well in advance and not wanting to have just a few days to do the Seattle Sports Weekly Update. With all that housekeeping done, here we go. We're going to start off with the Washington Huskies. The Washington Huskies start their season against Auburn this Saturday in Atlanta. Hopefully things will go well for them. I'm feeling pretty confident. I don't know if we're going to win, but I feel confident about this season. Jake Browning is looking to bounce back after a season in which he did regress after his sophomore season was very, very good. And hopefully he'll be able to do well. Myles Gaskin coming back. In addition, a big storyline that people haven't actually been really paying attention to is Chico McClatcher will be back from his injury. He had a season-ending knee injury last season. Hopefully he was able to have a medical red shirt, and hopefully he'll be able to play well. He was a very good kick returner, and he looked like he was going to make a run for the number one wide receiver, but did not ultimately. And then Dante Pettis took over. So hopefully the Huskies, good luck to the Huskies in Atlanta. I'll be watching the game. Hopefully things will go well. Next up, we have the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners have been kind of coasting the last week, taking one against the Houston Astros and then taking 2 out of 3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. This has left them kind of floundering as they remain 6 games now out of a wild card spot. Time is running out. It is not looking good. But some interesting news coming up. Hisashi Iwakuma is headed to Everett to have a rehab start. Hisashi Iwakuma has been out since 2016 with a throwing arm injury that has required multiple surgeries, arm injections, what have you. And people thought with his age, he is done, but he is headed to Everett. And Scott Service and Jerry Dipoto seem to think that he may be able to pitch out of the bullpen when rosters expand in September. So, very interesting look. Even if the Mariners don't make the playoffs, something to look forward to in the future from a starting pitching staff that has had their share of struggles. Next, we have the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks struggled again, losing their 3rd preseason game in a row against the Minnesota Vikings. Not too much to be concerned about just because of the fact that it is preseason, and winning and losing preseason games is not necessarily an indicator of how well your team is going to do. It's kind of a correlation does not breed causation, if you know what I mean. So I'm hoping that they will do what they need to do to keep going. KJ Wright is undergoing a knee surgery, a very minor knee surgery that should keep him out a couple weeks. Questions are arising of whether or not he will be ready to start the season. However, Shaquem Griffin seems to be ready to go in his stead based on how he's played in the preseason, and I would like to see him start if KJ Wright cannot go. And so hopefully, I feel like regardless of whether it's KJ or Shaquem Griffin, I feel like that position's going to be well covered. Last but not least, the Seattle Sounders rivalry week against the Portland Timbers. The Seattle Sounders struggled heavily in the first half, embracing shot after shot after shot, but did not break. And then in the second half, they finally broke through after a cross by Kim was deflected into the goal for an own goal in the 72nd minute. That was the only goal of the game. Sounders win 1-0. The Sounders were outshot 22-6 by Portland Timbers. Tons of shots by Portland Timbers. However, Stephen Fry needed only 3 saves to get the clean sheet. So congratulations on another clean sheet. Sounders defense is looking very strong, and hopefully they will be able to continue to win. That is tied the MLS record for most consecutive wins with 7 wins in a row. 21 points in their last 7 games. They currently sit in 5th place in the Western Conference standings, just ahead of the Portland Timbers, whose spot they just took in the playoffs. that is all we have for the Seattle Sports Weekly Update today. Remember, go Huskies, go Sounders, go Mariners, and go Hawks. Good luck, guys.